According to Obieze, former Vice President, Africa Region at the World Bank, anyone who wants to tackle corruption must be willing to go all the way. There are no shortcuts. Extracts from a PwC report shows that corruption in Nigeria could cost up to 37% of gross domestic product (GDP) by 2030 if it is not dealt with immediately. This cost is equated to around $1,000 per person in 2014 and nearly $2,000 per person by 2030. The effect of this loss is felt throughout the country, from the private sector, defense and security, education and health, to mention a few, therefore making the country vulnerable to minor and significant shocks such as the COVID-19 pandemic. Due to corruption, Nigeria's entrepreneurs and businesses suffer some of the highest cost of operation in Africa, resulting in stagnating and receding economic and developmental progress. Although the opportunities for growth and development in Nigeria and across Africa abound, the future of Nigeria as a stable, prosperous nation remains very uncertain due to the extreme levels of corruption in the public and private sectors. This is why the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, in collaboration with Center for International Private Enterprise, is hosting the first Africa Business Ethics Conference to hold in Nigeria, providing a platform for insightful and constructive deliberations about tackling corruption in Nigeria and in Africa as a continent. The theme for Abec Nigeria 2020 is tackling corruption to reduce poverty, unemployment, and insecurity. This presentation is orchestrated to interrogate the manifestation and impact of corruption in the following spheres of the Nigerian economy. 1. What really is the cost of corruption to you as an individual and to your business? 2. What is the cost of corruption in the informal and underbanked sector? And 3. What really is the cost of corruption on security, peace, and freedom? From a survey on MSMEs and businesses in Lagos, Kano, and Aba, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry found that 76% of MSMEs said they paid a bribe to a government official in the past few months. Processing consistency and lack of transparency in regulatory agencies increases cost of processing official requirement by between 5 to 50%. Little wonder Kofi Annan once said, "If corruption is a disease, transparency is a central part of its treatment." Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the topics for our plenary and breakout sessions for Day 1 shall cover the following issues. A. Tackling corruption in the maritime industry. B. Transparency and accountability in public procurement and spending. And C. The supply side of corruption, prioritizing ethics and integrity in business culture.
Seeing is believing. When you are supposed to get something out in time and you are not getting it, and at the end of the day, when money exchange hands, you get it out. I mean, you have to weigh your options.
We are on the verge of completing registration with a government agency in Nigeria here, and the funny thing is, in bringing that product to market, and particularly from an SME standpoint, we had to take loans, and it took us 2 years. 2 years to get that product registered. Over 2 years. Now, in that 2 years, we borrowed money. Interest began to run on the loans that we collected, and we've had to pay, for each of those years, we've had to pay 20% on those loans that we've collected. We had not even started. We've not brought the product to market. We have already started paying, percentage interest on those loans.
Let me not even use government. Let me look at my company. Years ago, we were bagging at the ports. And I remember we had cables that are needed to connect the grabs to the vessel. And I remember they would go missing quite frequently, and we would buy new ones. And I remember my boss at the time asking me very sternly, why is this happening? Why are we doing this? And I remember telling him, because it's cheaper for us to allow the staff to steal those cables so that the ships are not delayed in the processing. And I think a lot of people have these stories. There's always a small percentage that, nah, this is for your own people. You know they're going to take it. So you almost officially leave it for them to take so that you can manage the theft or the corruption at a manageable scale.
The mindset of custom officers needs to be changed in the maritime sector. The federal government should stop giving the Nigerian Customs Service revenue targets. Because the primary role of customs under the World Customs Organization is trade facilitation. And when you facilitate trade, revenue is generated. But in this country, the federal government makes revenue generation the primary responsibility of customs, which is not the case. It's supposed to be a trade facilitation agency.